So before we get into building a full sales funnel for somebody, the key thing is to work with a client and to help them understand the 3Ms, the market, message, media, and really who is their customer avatar. So what is a customer avatar? Well, a customer avatar comes in a variety of shapes and sizes. And before we actually wonder and start thinking about what our message is and what media we're going to start with, we really need to understand who is our who. So how we go about that is really start to really unravel who this person is. Because if you try to attract anybody into your business as a customer, then the chances are you're going to get nobody, because you're not really niching down and you're not really focused. So the whole thing is to come up with your avatar. And this is where we always start as part of our strategy. Because a lot of people, and I'll give you an example of this, a lot of people get, the Yellow Pages guy, or used to be, the Yellow Pages guy used to phone you up and say, I've got a great deal for you, do you want to take an ad? But how do you know that the Yellow Pages is right for you? Before just trying to take an ad out, you've got to understand who your market is, what message you want to send them, and then worry about what media they're going to be on. Because if they're all new millennials, the chances are they're not going to be looking in the Yellow Pages, they're going to be online. So your avatar is all about your who. So the things we start to find about is, their social profile. And what I mean by that is sort of like age, sex, what they watch, where they actually go to online, what sort of media are they engaging with and what platforms are they on. What do they like to watch and read? Are they a newspaper reader, are they a book reader, are they into Kindle? Also where they go out. So when they're out and about, what sort of shops are they going into? What sort of pubs and restaurants are they going to? And you get a real good profile then of your individual person. And I'll give you some live examples of this. When I ran the UK's leading magazine wholesaling niche and specialist for niche and specialist retailers, we had 36 different niches we went to. Now the people who run craft shops, when we did the avatar on them, they were more like the knitting nannies. They were older generation, more female bias, and actually because they were older and they'd turned a hobby into a job, we sort of like looked at them and thought, well, actually they are the knitting nannies. But on the total reverse of that, we had much younger male-focused generation who they were into skateboarding and surfing, and they were into that like high adrenaline sports, and they were also into computer gaming and other areas. And music was another one with the re-advent of vinyl records. Now for many people, if you start and just think they are just retailers, but they're not retailers, they're very different. So craft retail owners are very different to music shop, who are very different to equestrian, who are very different to boating. And because of that, we actually created a whole host of different avatars. And the importance of your avatar before you get into building funnels and before you start communicating and thinking about your message and your media, it's actually who is your market. And within all this, you can then come up with, is this person Jane? She's 34, she reads Chat magazine and she loves Facebook, or actually is it Jilly, sorry to be a bit stereotypical here, but is it Jilly, she's into the horse and hound, she's an equestrian person. And by doing that, you can think about who your market is. You can then craft your message much more clearly to your customer avatar, and then you can think about, well, is it Facebook? Is it direct mail? Are we going to get to them through networking? Are they going to be at the IOD, Institute of Directors networking events, or are they actually going to be at the local events with the mother and baby group, etc.? And then through that you can start getting the right media in place because you've got your message right and you understand your market and who you're targeting to. So that's your customer avatar. That's what we help develop as a very first starting point with our clients as before we even start building funnels, because to get the funnel right, you've got to understand who you're targeting.